I have found a little story from a magazine known as Dragon Magazine. You might have heard of it from Reddit and other YouTube videos. If you want a better readings of the story, I'll leave links to better readings in the description below. I hope you enjoy the story. I will have minor edits. Now it's time to get into the legend of Tucker's Kobolds. Many high-level characters have little to do because they're not challenged. They yawn at Tarrasques and must be forcibly kept awake when a lich appears. The DMs involved don't know what to do, so they stop dealing with the problem and the characters go into character limbo. Getting to high level is hard, but doing anything once you get there is worse. One of the key problem in adventure design lies in creating opponents who can challenge powerful characters. Singular monsters like Tarrasques and liches are easy to gang up on. The party can concentrate its firepower on the target until the target falls down dead and wiggles its little feet in the air. Designing monsters more powerful than a Tarrasques is self-defeating. If you're super monster, what will you do next? Send in its mother. That didn't work on Beowulf, and it probably won't work here. Worse yet, singular super monsters rarely have to think. They just use their trusty, predictable claw, bite. This shouldn't be the measure of a campaign. These games fall apart because there's no challenge to them, no mental stimulation, no danger. In all the games that I've seen, the worst, most horrible, most awful beyond comparison opponents ever seen were often weaker than the characters who fought them. They were simply well-armed and intelligent beings who were played by the DM to be utterly ruthless and clever. Tucker's Kobolds were like that. Tucker ran an incredibly dangerous dungeon in the day I was stationed at, featuring Bragg, NC. This dungeon had corridors that changed all of your donkeys into huge flaming demons or dropped the whole party into acid baths. But the demon were weenies compared to the Kobolds were just regular Kobolds with 1 to 4 HP and all that. But they were bad, Jim. They graduated Megan cum laude from the Sauron Institute for criminally vicious. When I joined the gaming group, some of the PCs had already met Tucker's Kobolds, and they were not eager to repeat the experience. The party leader went over the penciled map of the dungeon and tried to find ways to avoid the little critters, but it was not possible. The group resigned itself to making a run for it through level 1 to get to the elevator, where we could go down to the elevators, where we could go down to level 10 and fight, monsters like flaming demons. It didn't work. The Kobolds caught us about 60 feet into the dungeon and locked the door behind us, and Bard still in it. "No!" screamed the party leader. "It's them! Run!" Thus encouraged, our party scrambling down a side passage only through murder holes in the only to be ambushed by more Kobolds firing with light crossbows through murder holes in the walls and ceilings. Kobolds with metal armor and shields flung Molotov cocktails at us from the other sides of the huge piles of flaming debris which other Kobolds push ahead of their formation using long metal poles like broomsticks. There was no mistake about it. These Kobolds were bad. We turned to our group leader for advice. "Ah," he cried, hands clasped over his face to shut out the tactical situations. We abandoned most of our carried items and donkeys to speed our flight toward the elevators, but we were cut off by Kobold snipers who could split move and fire, ducking back behind stones and corners after launching steel-tipped oils bottles. We ran into an unexplored section of level 1, taking damage all the time. It was then we discovered that these Kobolds had honeycombed the first level with small tunnels to speed their movements. Kobolds commandos were everywhere. All of our hirelings died. Most of our henchmen followed. We were next. I recalled we had a 12th level magic user with us, and we asked him to throw a spell or something. "Blast him," we yelled as we ran. "Fireball them. Get those little redacted." "What, in these narrow corridors?" he yelled back. "You want I should burn us all instead of them?" Our panicked flight suddenly took us to a dead-end corridor, where a giant airshaft dropped down into unspeakable darkness, far past level 10. Here we hastily pounded spikes into the floors and walls, flung ropes over the ledge, and climbed straight down into the unspeakable darkness, because anything we met down there was sure to be better than those Kobolds. We escaped, met some huge flaming demons on level 10, and even managed to kill one after about an hour of combat and the lives of half the group. We felt pretty good, but the group leader could not be cheered up. We still have to go out the way we came in, he said as he gloomily prepared to divide up the treasure. Tucker's kobolds were the worst things we could imagine. They ate all our donkeys and took our treasure and did everything they could to make us miserable, but had style and brains and tenacity and courage. We respected them and loved them, sort of, because they were never boring. If kobolds could do this to a group of PCs from 6th to 12th level, picture what a few orcs and some low-level NPCs could do to a 12th-16th level group, or a gang of mid-level NPCs and monsters to groups of up to 20th level. Then give it a try. Sometimes, it's the little things used well that count. Okay, Tucker is a mad genius. This is back in the day. I believe it's advanced D&D. I salute you, Tucker, for thinking out of the box. This goes with my ideas of having fun playing D&D. The DM and players are having fun playing. That's good. The DM is doing a good job. Tucker is a DM that you might want to take a few pages from their playbook. By the view of this one player's memory, this group of monsters is still on their mind. The players enjoyed those crazy little dragon lizard people. I would like to see the layout of this dungeon and the flaming demons. I want to tweak it for fun. I would love to see if I can modify it to make a campaign from it. Like a city made around this strange dungeon with monsters that appear from it and the people going in to keep the numbers in there down. I will note this. Until next time, I'm the octopus known as Loki, and keep chuckling in the ocean of chaos. That's how you stay yourself. And give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.